gosh, is this your album?
I have an EP. It's like still on Spotify and Apple Music. Hi there, my name is Eileen and I'm with The Green Room.
Hi Eileen, so tell me a little bit about your YouTube channel. How would you describe the content you make currently?
Okay, so my YouTube channel Lavendaire is all about personal growth and lifestyle design, how to create your dream life.
What were you doing before that channel started?
So my journey with YouTube started when I was in high school. Around like 2008 is when I started my music YouTube channel. So I used to sing and play piano, and it was really a hobby throughout college until like in college, I was like, I don't know what the heck I want to do with my life. I was studying business and I didn't like working in that corporate setting. So I was like, I was just really frustrated and lost with life. And my parents were telling me, just get a job, just get any job, even if you don't like it. But I knew that I wanted to do something like creative, something that I loved. So in the beginning, I thought it was music. So I pursued music.
Oh my gosh, is this your album?
I have an EP. It's like still on Spotify and Apple Music. But it's called Honestly, and it was really just my personal project. I wanted to challenge myself to like record and produce the songs. So I'm like still really proud of it.
That's awesome. No, that's super cool. So tell me more about kind of where you are currently.
Yeah, so right now my YouTube channel is at 1 million subscribers. We just hit 1 million, so I'm really like happy about it. It's like a lifelong dream. But also we have a stationery line where we have something called the Artist of Life Workbook. Should I just show you now?
Yes.
So this is called the Artist of Life Workbook. This was my first product that I created. It started off digital, but now it's become like a physical workbook with all these like exercises to help you plan your goals, your habits, self-love. Like there's so much in here, and it's all based off of what I use to change my life, because I really went from being like a lost, confused, unconfident girl to being like someone who loves personal growth and is like confident, self-love, everything. And so much of that was like mindset and setting goals, achieving goals, and it's based off of this. And I also have some other newer products. This is called the Daily Planner, where you just organize your to-do list with like the most important tasks first, and like don't forget the self-care. And at the end of the day, you review like with gratitude, you review your wins, because it's important to remember the things that we did do rather than the things we didn't do, right?
When starting this company, essentially it's way different than like a YouTube video.
Yes.
I'm assuming there was some hardships. So tell me more about that journey throughout starting the notebook line. How did it go? What was your biggest learning point?
I mean, the biggest fear was like going from digital to physical, because I first launched it as a digital PDF and people were interested in it, and like people wanted a physical version, but I just didn't even know how to do it. So in the beginning, I contacted like a bunch of like random printing companies just to see if I could get it done, but no one could do it the way that I wanted it done. I wanted it to like feel really nice with like a faux leather and like to be colored inside. I don't know. I think the biggest struggle is just not knowing anything about the industry and not knowing what to do. But luckily, I have my boyfriend who helps me a lot with the workbooks, because he sells stuff on Amazon, but he has connections to people who make things.
That's awesome.
So through him, like I learned how to like get the process started.
And now it's here in your life. Let's go over to your desk. So
this
obviously, show me a little about your workstation. How do you structure your day?
Okay, so like I was saying, I always do this like daily planner. So I always like write down my to-do list, and I just work off of this. But I don't know if you want me to show you on the computer.
Yeah, let's get technical. Trello, you use Trello too?
I am a huge Trello fan. So I have a board for my team, I have a board with my assistant, and then I have my own personal board of things to do.
Tell me about your team. How do you organize your company, and what does the structure look like?
The team board is really simple because it's just a bunch of like our current projects, our team docs. But like my doc with my assistant is like, you know, I put things in here for her to do. She lets me know what she's working on, when to expect it to be done.
Wow.
And then she even has a to-do list for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm really bad. There's always things for me to do.
Wow.
So I'm just like, okay, just help me organize it and I'll get to it when I can. So
I need this.
Yeah, she has like an Eileen to-do list.
Wow.
And then I'll just like copy and paste these, put them on my own to-do list to do whenever I can. I've tried different formats. I've tried organizing my tasks with the Eisenhower box. So like to do the things that are important and urgent, or important but not urgent. Yeah, so I that's one way I organize things. Another way I organize is I batch my days. So I have like a shoot day, I have an admin day, I have a prep and edit my videos day, and then a project day. And project day means like anything not related to content, which is like workbook, stationery, whatever. So I like to batch like, okay, if it's a shoot day, I'm gonna put on makeup and shoot all day as much as I can. If it's an admin or edit day, then I'm like no makeup, just like editing, emails, right? And then project day, because there's so many side projects I want to do, and I feel like I need to dedicate like days to do it, otherwise it won't get done. Like, you know, when you're working on content, it's 24/7, it's never ending. You can always be working on the next YouTube video, the next TikTok video. Like, my whole week could be taken up by content, but I needed section off like part of it for like bigger projects I want to work on.
What's the biggest project you want to work on?
Like writing a book. Wow. That's been like a goal for so many years, but it's hard to like find the time to like sit down and like, you know, just like pump it out.
This is awesome. So you have this schedule you use, Trello, which I love too.
Yeah.
But before you said this, like before you knew what you wanted to do, before you had a schedule and you had a little bit more direction, you mentioned that you were a little bit lost before going out of college.
Oh yeah.
So tell me more about the relationship with maybe your family, your childhood. Like, how did that affect where you currently are today?
Yeah. So my whole story is, I feel like I was the good Asian child running on autopilot up until like high school, or maybe even college. So I always was taught to do well in school. My parents really pushed me, and I was following that path. And then when I was in college and I realized like, okay, I really hate being in these like corporate office settings, like these jobs that I was interning at, I realized, okay, if that's not what I want to do, like what do I want to do?
Right.
And it really, like, I was so frustrated at the fact that life didn't have a handbook. Like there wasn't a step-by-step, this is how you figure it out, this is how you become successful, and that's what I wanted. But I think my story is me going from listening, like doing things for other people, like doing things for my parents, or trying to meet society's expectations of success, and then learning to define it for myself, learning to ask myself, okay, what do I want to do? What does success mean to me? And that was like my breakthrough moment where I started to be like conscious of my choices. Before, I felt like all my choices were based off of like external factors. And then after that, I finally learned to live for myself. And that was like the period of like being lost, frustrated, even depressed, was like me going from one mindset to another.
That's
Does that
really
make sense?
interesting. Yeah, do you find like, how do you define success now?
To me, success, I always say like, I think success is freedom, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you're working a job that you hate, or if you have no time for yourself, like there's no point of that money. And for me, success is like location freedom, time freedom, and creative freedom. Like, I love to be creative and think of ideas and just do them. You know, I don't want someone else telling me what to do. I'm just that kind of person. I can't like have a boss, because I would just get frustrated.
Right. So do you feel like you're successful?
Yes, I do. In my definition.
Not a lot of people can say that. Do your friends from school look at you? I'm sure YouTube has made you maybe have different friend groups. Like, how does your social life look like?
So I feel like because I started YouTube a little later in life, I was 24 when I started that channel. I do have YouTube creator friends, but I still like I'm mostly close to like my college friends.
Really?
Yeah, I think if you're younger and you grow up like in the YouTube community, then those are your core friends. Because I mean, yeah, I like having friends in all different industries of life, so we can learn from each other. But it is fun to have like creator friends and talk about YouTube or business things. And I think most of the friends I'm making now are like entrepreneurs or creatives.
Yes, totally. Let's walk up this way.
Okay.
The last two questions I have for you are following. Okay. So you have the Lavendaire notebooks. Where do you want to see it in 2020?
I think I'm trying to come out with new products. So like a new version of the workbook that's not dated, but more as like a workbook that, say you do like an exercise every day, and in 90 days your life is changed, like your mindset is changed. That's what I'm interested. And just similar products related to like journaling or self-improvement will go into my shop.
Okay, my last question for you is, we always ask at the Green Room, like, what is something that you're currently obsessed with? It could be kind of weird, or it could be something like, you're like, I love this candy. Like, what's your favorite thing right now?
It's gonna sound so cheesy, because I was talking to you earlier, like I've started using TikTok this month, and I am like obsessed with TikTok dances. Really? They're so fun. I used to dance in college, and ever since I started, working, I never got to dance. So it's like a way for me to just like learn it.
And work at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fun.
We'll put your TikTok down below. Thank you so much, Eileen. Is this the way out? Do we go this way?
Yes, this way.
Okay. Thank you so much. And all. Bye. Thank you, Eileen.